Welcome to the Infinite Times Podcast, where we explore the limitless possibilities of the human spirit. Join us as we journey through the world of spirituality, metaphysics, and all the magic in between. From ancient wisdom to modern practices, we're going to dive deep into the mysteries of the universe and uncover the infinite potential within ourselves. I'm your host, Aisha, and I'm so glad you've joined us for this exploration of the human experience. So sit back, relax, and open your mind to the infinite times that lie ahead. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. I want to welcome you to a special episode of Infinite Times Podcast. Okay, because, all right, it's the summer solstice. It's the summer solstice. And last night, I felt inclined to make some tea, some Blue Lotus tea, and if you're not familiar with Blue Lotus tea, look it up. I might give y'all some information about it, but not right now. Anyway, I had some Blue Lotus tea. Those who know. Okay, I'm not here to explain it. I received some crazy downloads. I don't know if I want to say they're crazy, but I got some very interesting information, and I want to touch on a few of them. All right, one of the things that I got downloaded was about some catastrophic things that are about to happen up north. So we have New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, and some of Delaware. Okay, I'm not getting like all of Delaware, but I was informed like part of Delaware and Chester, right? You guys definitely need to prepare. I mean, all of us need to prepare, but especially those cities that I mentioned. Jersey, New York, Philadelphia, parts of Delaware, Chester. Your food supply, your water supply, um, medical supplies, everything is contaminated. All right. There's going to come a point where no one is going to be able to get in or out. It's going to be kind of difficult for you guys to get in or out of the city. Um, Air pollution, food pollution or food contamination, water contamination, um, medical contamination. And I'm not really clear on the medical contamination, but just be careful. If you're on medication, just be careful. There are additives, right? Then what you would normally get, there's extra in those medications. I'm sorry, you have to bear with me. Um, it's kind of like it's like an attack. It's spiritual attack, mental attack, physical attack. Um, and they're literally going for your head. Like they are literally going for your head in these locations that I mentioned. And it's kind of like they're looking at these populations or these areas as like the bottom, although you guys are north, but it's like they're looking at you as like bottom. And it's like really, really sad because they really don't care. They really don't care about you. You can have your people in office, people that you're voting for, and none of that matters. None of that matters. Nothing's going to change. You know, it's just a distraction for what is actually really happening right now. Um, Even with us thinking that we are eating holistically or organically, right? You're making the intention to eat organically. You're making the intention to grow your own food, right? But I want you to think about this. It is not necessarily about you eating organic because that don't even matter, okay? Because the air is contaminated, the water is contaminated. So what are you watering your crops with? Contaminated water. Um, so unless you're like really growing your food in a greenhouse with a air filter and I don't know, going to a spring and getting some water. But if you are watering your crops, your gardens with tap water that you won't even drink, your food is contaminated. Your garden is contaminated. Your fruits and vegetables are contaminated. And what about the soil? The soil is contaminated when you're going to the market thinking that you're buying organic. They may not have directly sprayed the food or whatever with the fertilizer and all the extra stuff. However, they're still using contaminated water. They're still using contaminated soil. Um, and it's still in the air from whatever they're spraying in the air. And you can say, oh my gosh, she's like a conspiracy theorist. You can say what you want. And yes, I am. Always have been. Um, but just be careful. Just be careful because this is not the beginning, as you know, with the vid. This is not the beginning. However, it's going to get worse. So stock up on your bottled water. Um, get you filters, get you a reader that can, tell you if your water is good. Don't just go by the bottles, because they say it's spring water and it's good water. It does not necessarily mean that it's good water. Um, just be careful, man. Just be careful. It's like swim or drown in this right now. So be careful. Um, oh, I didn't say who I am. I am Aisha, your host of the Infinite Times podcast. I am also, which I have not mentioned in any of the previous podcasts, that I am a intuitive medium. I feel as though I am directly connected to the source of all sources. I have an amazing connection with God, with the Most High. And my clients, can confirm my Google reviews, the reviews on my website. Um, so I'm not just coming on here feeding you guys like a bunch of BS. Um, I get multiple downloads, but I felt like I wanted to share this, and I have more, but I felt like I wanted to share that so that you guys can prepare yourselves and get ready for the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. Um, yeah, I'm like ready to move to another country. I'm over the United States.